Congratulations, you are taking a science or math course and you are looking ahead at getting some study tips so you can be more successful in the course. And the best time to review this is at the beginning of the semester so you can import all of these things you're learning. One thing to keep in mind is that when it comes to science and math and languages even, if you don't use it, you do lose it. So in past knowledge, if you haven't taken a math or a science course in quite a while, for some people it may be months, some of that knowledge that you had learned back then, you don't necessarily have anymore. You've lost it because you didn't use it in the last few months. So one thing to keep in mind is that you're going to have to put in some hours, even of knowledge that you think you know. Now, if you have the plans of being a chemist and you want to study chemistry for the rest of your life, 10,000 hours of practice is needed to make one an expert. Well, guess what? I'm guessing you're not planning on being an expert in this subject. So, keep in mind that to become proficient at something, it takes 20 hours of focused practice. And when I say 20 hours, I mean 20 hours per week of new knowledge that you're trying to gain to become proficient. And that's focused practice. What is focused practice? Focused practice? That entails you practicing your new knowledge somewhere that's in an environment that there are no distractions, such as there's no TV, there's no loud music, there's no people walking back and forth, there's no things that take your mind off of what you're trying to learn. So how can you do 20 hours per week? You're probably thinking there's no way. Well, guess what? If you integrate a plan, you have much more ability to succeed at it than if you don't do anything at all and just say, I need to do that. Plan to be able to practice with these concepts each day. So step 1, preview the concepts, take notes, do a diagnostics test. A diagnostics test can be found online for free. It gives you a viewpoint as to what knowledge do you know, what knowledge don't you know. Step 2, believe it or not, you need to attend class. Crazy concept, but yeah, attending class is an important part. Step 3, read the textbook. Actually read it. It is a reference material. Review your notes. Part 4, practice and apply the concepts. That's when you're doing practice problems and you're interacting with that knowledge. And then step 5, reflect on your learning, practice tests before a test, review other resources. Just because you have one textbook does not mean it's not another textbook explained in a different way that may make more sense to you. Or website. There may be a website with demonstrations that make sense to you that you can grasp that knowledge when it's not making sense out of your textbook or from your classes. Now there's 5 steps here, so if you think about it, for 20 hours that means about 4 hours per step, which is easily accomplished in a chemistry or science or math course. So the step 1, preview the concepts, that's actually looking at the chapter before the lecture. So that way you get terms and concepts and some notes down before the class itself, or questions in mind of what that information is going to be about. Then when you attend class, you add to those notes the areas that you may have questions or areas that you need to expand on. Then you go back and you review your notes and read your textbook and add to your notes again. So that's the 3rd time you're looking at the same knowledge. And then part 4, when you practice and apply the concepts, that's when you're doing practice problems. You're actually interacting with the knowledge. You're integrating yourself into it, and that's sometimes looking at other things. And then step 5, you reflect on that learning saying, okay, do I get it or don't I? Can I explain it to somebody else so they understand it? Can I go do a practice problem without referring to my notes? That's when you start realizing, do I get it or don't I get it? Or do I need to go back and review other things? And there are other resources. For example, there is the Khan Academy, which has a variety of tutorials on math and science things. There's Smart Thinking, which is an online tutoring service in Blackboard that's available here at UND. So there are science and math tutors available, and math tutors are actually available 24/7. Great idea, huh? There's also various tutoring on campus, so you just got to look to see what tutoring areas are available on campus for you. Other textbooks. You can go to a public library and find other textbooks based on this knowledge of concepts if you want to figure out more about it. YouTube. You can find some really good YouTube videos on some different concepts and chemistry and math and science kind of things. Websites. At the Student Success Center website, we have a listing of websites of areas to help you with studying strategies in all areas, not just science and math. Crazy thing, but guess what? Your professor is a pretty good reference. They have information that they can help you out with. You just got to go visit with them. They have office hours. Sit down, chill, chat with them, find out what they know. And then study groups, your other peers around you. Forming a study group and everybody having an organized process of following those 5 steps, you'd be surprised how more efficient a study group can be. Some websites and videos studying chemistry specifically, some are listed right here for you, so you can click on them and view them at any time you want to. You can do a lot more. You just got to do a search. Also, if you have any questions, you can always contact the Learning Specialist at the Student Success Center on the 2nd floor of the Memorial Union. Here's the email, the phone number, the website. You can always visit with somebody specifically and sit down and talk about what strategies you can implement. So, here's a quick video of some science and math study tips that may help you be successful if you review it and start implementing them right away. If you need any help, please contact us. Thank you.